Imagine a country where ancient Roman roads meet futuristic architecture. A place where flamenco dancers fill the streets with passion, where football stadiums can hold tens of thousands of screaming fans, and where peaceful Mediterranean beaches stretch for miles. Imagine eating paella beside the sea, walking through medieval streets in the afternoon, and watching the sun disappear behind a centuries-old castle in the evening. This is Spain, a country of breathtaking landscapes, powerful traditions, extraordinary architecture, unforgettable food, and a history shaped by Romans, Muslims, Christians, explorers, kings, and revolutionaries. From the magnificent streets of Madrid to the beaches of Barcelona, from the palaces of Andalusia to the rugged mountains of the north, Spain is far more than a holiday destination. It is a country with many different identities living together, and today we are going on a journey across Spain to discover what makes this country so extraordinary. Welcome to Spain. Madrid, the heart of Spain. Our journey begins in Madrid, the capital and one of the most vibrant cities in Europe. Madrid sits almost in the geographical center of Spain, and for centuries it has been at the heart of Spanish political and cultural life. Unlike some European capitals that feel dominated by a single historic district, Madrid combines grand boulevards, royal buildings, modern neighborhoods, enormous parks, museums, restaurants, and lively public squares. One of the city's most famous landmarks is the Royal Palace of Madrid. The palace is one of the largest royal residences in Europe, with hundreds of rooms filled with paintings, sculptures, tapestries, and historic treasures. Although Spain's royal family does not normally live here today, the palace remains an important symbol of the country's monarchy and history. Not far away is Plaza, one of Madrid's most recognizable public squares. For centuries, this enormous square has been a meeting place for residents and visitors. Today, cafés and restaurants surround the plaza, while tourists gather to admire its architecture and experience the atmosphere of the city. But Madrid is not only about monuments, it is also about everyday life. People gather in cafés late into the evening. Families walk through parks. Friends meet for food and conversation. And then there is the food. Spanish cuisine is famous around the world, and Madrid gives you the opportunity to experience dishes from almost every region of the country. From tapas to traditional stews, cured meats, seafood, and pastries, food is deeply connected to Spanish social life. In Spain, eating is often not something you rush. It is an experience. Barcelona, the city of Gaudi. From Madrid, we travel east toward the Mediterranean coast. Here lies Barcelona. Barcelona is one of Spain's most famous cities and one of the most visually distinctive cities in Europe. Its identity is strongly connected to the architect Antoni Gaudí. Gaudi transformed Barcelona with an architectural style that seems to exist somewhere between nature, fantasy, and engineering. His most famous creation is the Sagrada Família. Construction began in the 19th century, and the enormous basilica became Gaudi's life's work. Its towers rise dramatically above the city, while its interior is filled with enormous columns, colorful light, and intricate details. But the Sagrada Família is only the beginning. Park Güell offers another glimpse into Gaudi's imagination. Curved structures, colorful mosaics, unusual shapes, and elevated views over Barcelona make the park one of the city's most recognizable attractions. Barcelona is also famous for its historic Gothic Quarter. Here, narrow streets lead between ancient buildings, hidden squares, churches, cafes, and shops. And then there is the Mediterranean. Barcelona's coastline provides beaches and waterfront areas where locals and visitors can escape the intensity of the city. The combination is what makes Barcelona special. Ancient streets, modern culture, extraordinary architecture, and the sea. Seville, where flamenco comes alive. Our journey continues to Seville. If Madrid represents political Spain and Barcelona represents Mediterranean creativity, Seville represents the passion of Andalusia. This is a city of orange trees, grand plazas, historic palaces, music, dancing, and festivals. Seville's cathedral is one of the largest Gothic cathedrals in the world. Next to it stands the Giralda, a famous tower whose origins are connected to the city's Islamic past. Another unforgettable landmark is the Real Alcazar of Seville. The palace complex combines different architectural traditions and has been expanded and transformed throughout centuries of Spanish history. But Seville's culture goes beyond buildings. Stadiums can become some of the loudest places in the country. Festivals and traditions. Spain is famous for its festivals. Perhaps one of the most recognizable is La Tomatina, held in the town of Güell. Participants gather for a massive tomato fight that has become an internationally known event. Then there is the running of the bulls in Pamplona, associated with the San Fermin festival. It is one of Spain's most famous traditions, although it remains controversial and carries significant risks. Spain's festivals can be religious, cultural, historical, or simply designed for celebration. During these events, streets can become filled with music, costumes, dancing, fireworks, food, and enormous crowds. These traditions reveal something important about Spanish culture. Spain knows how to celebrate. The hidden side of Spain. But perhaps the most interesting Spain is the one many tourists never see. Away from the major cities are thousands of small towns and villages. Some sit on mountain slopes. Others are surrounded by vineyards and olive groves. Some have medieval castles. Others have ancient stone houses and narrow streets that have changed very little over generations. There are also extraordinary natural landscapes. The Bardenas Reales in northern Spain looks almost like a desert. The volcanic landscapes of the Canary Islands seem to belong to another planet. The Costa Brava hides small coastal villages and coves between dramatic cliffs. And in the north, the green countryside of Galicia and Asturias provides a completely different image of Spain. This is the Spain that rewards travelers who are willing to leave the obvious tourist routes. The many identities of Spain. One of the most fascinating things about Spain is that it does not feel exactly the same everywhere. Catalonia has its own strong cultural identity. The Basque country has its own language and traditions. Galicia has a Celtic-influenced cultural heritage and a unique regional identity. Andalusia has its distinctive music, architecture, cuisine, and traditions. Valencia has its own cultural traditions and cuisine. Across the country, different languages and dialects are spoken alongside Spanish. These regional identities are part of what makes Spain so fascinating. Spain is not one single culture. It is a collection of cultures connected by a shared history. Why people fall in love with Spain? So why do millions of people travel to Spain? Maybe it is the weather. Maybe it is the beaches. Maybe it is the food. Maybe it is the architecture. Maybe it is the history. Maybe it is football. Maybe it is the nightlife. Or perhaps it is the lifestyle. Spain has a reputation for slowing down and enjoying life. Long meals, late evenings, busy plazas, family gatherings, music in the streets, and a culture that places enormous importance on social connection. But Spain also has a quieter side. You can sit alone beside the Mediterranean, walk through an empty medieval village, watch the sunrise over the mountains, or simply enjoy a coffee while the world moves around you. Spain gives travelers many different ways to experience it. Spain, a country of stories, from the royal streets of Madrid to the imaginative architecture of Barcelona, from the ancient walls of Granada to the passionate rhythms of Seville, from the beaches of the Mediterranean to the mountains of the Pyrenees, from the pilgrimage roads of Galicia to the volcanic landscapes of the Canary Islands. Spain is a country of contrasts. It is ancient and modern, quiet and energetic. traditional and constantly changing. But perhaps Spain's greatest attraction is not a particular building, beach, city, or festival. It is the feeling of being there, the sound of conversation spilling from a small restaurant, the smell of fresh food drifting through a narrow street, the rhythm of flamenco, the roar of a football stadium, the golden light of sunset over an ancient palace, the sound of waves along the Mediterranean. Spain is not simply a country you visit, it is a country you experience. And once you leave, there's a good chance that part of you will still be there. This is Spain, a country where history lives beside modern life, where every region has a story,